Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of A Bitter Life. My name is Emily, and today I want to tell you a story from my childhood. It is a story that stayed with me for many years. It is soft, quiet, and a little sad, but it also taught me something important about people, time, and promises. This story begins in a small town on a street with old trees and slow afternoons. It begins with the house that many people ignored, and a woman who lived a very lonely life. It begins with a simple question and a promise I did not understand at the time. This is the story of the house on Willow Street. I grew up in a small town where everything felt close. The bakery was 2 streets away. The school was 5 minutes from my home. The park was behind the church. People knew each other's names, and children played outside until the sky turned orange. Willow Street was one of the oldest streets in town. The trees were tall and made long shadows on the ground. The houses were small and quiet. Some had flowers in the windows. Some had bicycles in front. But one house was different. It was the house on the corner, the house with the broken fence, the house with tall grass, the house that looked like it was waiting for something. I always looked at it when I walked by. I did not know why, but it felt important, like it had a story inside. The woman who lived there was named Mrs. Green. She was old, maybe 70 or 80. She walked slowly and spoke softly. Her hair was white and always tied in a small bun. She wore long dresses, even in summer, and she looked a little tired. Some children said she was strange. Some said she was scary. Some said she talked to herself. But I never believed them. I thought she looked lonely, not scary. One day when I was 10 years old, I saw her outside her house. She was trying to carry a heavy box, and her hands were shaking. She looked like she might fall. I walked to her and said, "Do you need help?" She looked at me with surprise, then smiled. It was a small smile, but it felt warm. "Yes," she said. "Thank you, dear." That was the first time we spoke. After I helped her carry the box inside, she invited me into her kitchen. I remember the smell. It smelled like cinnamon, tea, and old books. The kitchen was small, with a yellow tablecloth and a window that looked into the garden. She made tea for me, even though I was a child. She put too much sugar in it, but I drank it anyway. She asked me about school, about my family, about my favorite things. She listened carefully, like every word mattered. When I left, she said, "Come visit again, Emily." And I did. I visited her many times after that. Sometimes I helped her carry things. Sometimes I helped her water the plants. Sometimes we just sat in the kitchen and talked. She told me stories about her life. She once traveled to Italy. She told me she loved painting but stopped because her hands were weak. She also told me she had a daughter who lived far away and that she felt lonely sometimes. I listened. I liked listening to her. Her stories felt like warm blankets on cold days. She also liked to listen to me. She asked about my dreams, my fears, my friends. She remembered everything I told her. She made me feel important. One afternoon when the sky was gray and the air felt heavy, she asked me a question. "Emily, do you promise to visit me, even when you grow older?" I looked at her. Her eyes were soft but sad. I did not understand why she asked this, but I nodded. "Yeah, I promise." She smiled, a slow, tired smile. "Good," she said. That makes me happy. I did not know it then, but that promise would follow me for many years. Time passed, I grew older, life changed. School became harder, I had more homework, new friends, new problems, and new dreams. I visited her less and less. Sometimes I walked past the house and told myself, I will go tomorrow. But tomorrow came, and I still did not go. I felt guilty, but I did not know how to fix it. I was a teenager now. I thought I had time. I thought she would always be there. But life does not wait for us. One day when I was 16, I finally decided to visit her again. I felt nervous and guilty, but I wanted to see her. I walked to the house on Willow Street. The garden was quiet, the windows were closed, and the air felt different. I knocked on the door. No answer. I knocked again. Still nothing. A neighbor came outside and looked at me. Are you looking for Mrs. Green? He asked. Yes, I said. He sighed. She moved away last month. Her health was not good. Her family took her to live with them. I felt something heavy in my chest. I felt like I had broken my promise. Like I had lost something important. I walked home slowly. The world felt quiet, and my heart felt bitter. For weeks, I walked past the house and looked at the empty windows. The garden grew wild again. The paint looked older. The house felt sad, like it missed her. I sometimes imagined her still inside, sitting in her kitchen, waiting for me. I imagined her telling me stories. I imagined her smile. But she was gone, and I had not said goodbye. Now I am an adult. I live in a different city. My life is busy and full of noise. But sometimes, when the night is calm and the world feels soft, I think of her. I think of her kitchen, her stories, her smile, and a promise that I did not keep. But I also think of something else. I think of the way she looked at me, with kindness, with trust, with hope, and I understand something now. She did not ask for the promise because she needed it. She asked because she wanted me to learn something. She wanted me to learn that people matter, that time matters. Small moments can stay in our hearts forever. And she was right. The house on Willow Street is gone now. A new family lives there. The garden is clean, the windows are bright, and now the walls are painted blue. But in my memory, the house is still the same. Old, quiet, full of stories. And Mrs. Green is still sitting in her kitchen, smiling at me, telling me about her life. She taught me something very important. When someone lets you into their world, even for a short time, it is a gift. I didn't keep my promise, but I kept the lesson, and maybe that is enough. Thank you for listening to this chapter of A Bitter Life. My name is Emily, and this was the story of the house on Willow Street.